Welcome to, ladies and gentlemen, to Overtime, your one-stop shop for all things RLCS and Rocket League eSports. I'm your host, Wave Punk. I got a Quinn Lobdell and a findable carpet with me. Back at it again. You don't have any white Vans on.
No.
That's
but
okay.
I do have some nice shoes.
Some nice shoes. How you doing, Quinn?
I'm pretty good, as always.
Are you a shoe guy?
Right.
Do you like nice shoes?
I like nice shoes.
I've noticed there are just people that are like footwear people. Some that just like don't really care much for footwear, right? There's some guys like
The people who don't
people
replace
in
their
general.
shoes, they've got like holes in them everywhere.
Yeah. Well, but they like nice clothes. Just like footwear's not their thing. I'm like a sock shoe
You
kind
gotta
of
tie
guy.
it all together
I like shoes,
with the shoes.
but just boots.
Yeah, you're a boot guy.
Just boots. That's
Boots and
what
belt
we're all about.
buckles.
Guys, we are in between seasons right now. We have had roster lock, and so there's so many new teams on both North America and EU. So we're gonna go through. We did dislike a few weeks back. We're gonna do kind of a variation on that called Rivals versus Champions, or Rivals or Champions, and which team, which place we think the teams are gonna make it into. We're just gonna go through some rosters, do NA, then we'll do EU. You notice these buttons? See these buttons? Okay. Don't press. We don't want to make the things happen yet. We haven't had them.
You
happen
said buttons. I press
They're
button.
here. Yes, we're gonna. No, stop it. Stop it.
You say button, I press button.
No.
That's the rule.
No.
So how does this work,
They
Wade?
came up with
How does this work,
without
Wade?
me knowing about it. I don't
How
like
does
it.
this work?
All right. Here's the thing. We're gonna say the team name. Okay. I'm gonna say ready, set, go, and then you're gonna press one of those things that's in front of you, and then we're going to press it, and then we'll see what everyone thinks, okay? You're gonna press the orange one if you think they're gonna make it in RLCS. You're gonna press the blue one if you think they're gonna make it into RLRS, the rival series, the relegation league. So it'll be a lot of fun. Let's play. We're gonna start with Equinox, which is Corrupted G, Chrome, Sad Jr., sub is Papiope. Ready, set, go. Okay, cool. We all agreed. RLCS.
Nice.
Bam.
I mean, they've been doing. Steve's been doing a good job. They've been playing well. The only tournament we've really seen them play a full roster was Brisket. I don't know what's so funny
Are you
right
okay,
now.
dude?
What's so funny right now?
I think we're losing Quinn. Let's just go without him. It's okay. We're not a leave.
We're okay.
We're not a leave
I'm
no
good.
man behind kind of
promise-
crew.
I
Here's my
promise
thing.
I'm
Here's my
leave
thing about
people behind.
Equinox. I think I'm putting them. I put them in RLCS because I think they're a good team, but it's not like, oh man, they're going to be in my top 4 or something like that. They're just good enough at this point for me. I've only seen them play one time at the Brisk. I think it's the only time they've actually played with the full roster.
I think experience is a big part of it. And Sad
Yeah.
Jr., after chatting with him and seeing that he really is putting the time and effort, which I think was his biggest flaw, was that he was good.
Flawed man.
Flaw? What?
You said it. His
Flaw.
biggest flaw. Flawed man.
Yes. I still don't know what you're saying.
And Sad Jr., flawed man. Okay, never mind.
Oh, flawed
He's
man.
flawed
Yeah,
because you say he has
Flawed
a flaw.
man. Oh, I thought you were saying like flaw ban. Like some weird plan. Oh yeah, flaw ban. I get it. Anyways,
First you're just pressing them all the time, then you're making up words. Like, come on, guys.
pressing what?
No, I'm not saying those things.
You were about to. You were
I caught on to this game so fast. You guys.
we
you guys
should
are
have
crazy.
chosen better words.
So sad. Yeah.
Quinn, did you put this team in RLCS just because Quinn's in the name, right? Equinox.
Oh.
That's not how you spell Quinn.
really
No,
Wade?
it's-
That's not how you spell Quinn. You should be ashamed of yourself. You call yourself a host?
Yeah, man. No, but just be honest. Be honest. That's why you think they're making the team.
Equinox?
Equinox.
That'd be pretty good, actually.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't.
All right,
Terrible.
next team. Let's move on. We've talked about Equinox. We all agreed they'll make it into RLCS.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. Remember, this is RLCS. The blue one is RLRS. Genesis. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh man, you guys both think RLCS.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. Genesis has not impressed me in any way.
Well, I'll be completely honest. They're online. It is what it is. These guys are so good online. When they get to LAN, I mean, we see them struggle, but we saw Genesis in Season 2, for instance, have such a successful, season, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they just kind of...
There's one similar player. One similar player from any previous records of Genesis.
Yeah, but Zane Jackie did really well at LAN.
I like
when he was
Zane
take
Jackie
3.
a lot. I love Zane Jackie to death. And the funny thing is, I actually put out polls earlier last week when I had Genesis in my top 8, and then like the whole world kind of talked me out of it. I was like, they're there, and the more I thought about it, the more I was just like, I
You're
just don't know.
weak-minded.
No.
You're a weak-willed
They tried to talk
man.
me. They tried to talk me out
When
some
you
other ones too,
press
and I didn't. But this one, I
flawed.
agree.
When you press the button, you believe in yourself.
When you
that
press
you
the what?
press the button. I'll count myself for that one.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't know. I think in general they've got the overall skill. All 3 of those players have struggled when it seems to be like it's cohesion with their teammates. They all have they've been there. They've all been in league play. They've all made it. So they obviously have the individual skill. It's just working together. And I think what I'm excited to see is their play styles. I think bode well. Zane Jackie's usually a little more grounded, a little quieter, I guess, like for lack of a better phrase. Classics is the bruiser, right? He's just always up in your face, contesting as many things as he can. Vladimir's mechanically sound, like really, really strong shots, always able to put it in from really weird angles. So I'm hoping that together as a group, plus, I just want to be right. So I hope they make it in because I don't like being wrong. So that's always, a fun
Great reasoning there.
Yeah, great reasoning.
I haven't seen anything. The thing is there's some teams.
I don't think anyone does.
There's some teams on this list we haven't seen at all, and so it's hard to like make a good pick out of them. But like these guys, we have seen Genesis play with their full roster, and I just was not impressed. So
fair enough.
We'll see. Rival series,
To
good
each
stuff.
his own.
Impress me, Genesis. Go for it. Like to see it. Next one here, premature superhero cops. Best name, worst name, I don't know. It's a name. Prem Gambit and Geno Cop. Ready, set, go.
What is that?
What?
I don't think they're making either one.
You get one of those?
I did.
Here.
I got this. Wait, you changing?
I mean, I'm not officially, but that's not fair. I just want to press the green
if
button.
you get to press it, I get to press it.
Yeah.
No, this is my button.
is
if you guys
bull.
hadn't
Reach
you
over
guys
there.
hadn't invented a cool game without me, maybe I'd have given you a green button.
Well, you
but-
wouldn't have played anyway.
Oh, I don't know. Anyways, I think I'm looking at this roster here, and these are all players that, at least in season 1, were good. Gambit and Geno Cop in particular were fantastic players. Prem's always been a good. Actually, I think that Prem's probably the most consistent player. The player's been playing the most on this team in a while.
I don't know about most consistent.
I don't know, but playing like
and not
he's
to be
A most
still
consistent
playing
presence.
Like he's actually been playing.
Geno Cop's been playing, hasn't he?
I don't know. I haven't seen him much.
I believe
I
so.
haven't seen him much. Gambit definitely took a massive break.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean that happens. You need breaks.
I just to be completely honest, I just don't think they're
A
making
little
it in.
crooked. I'm just fixing you here.
Thank you.
Sorry. I had to fix that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rival series.
I
Yes.
think. I mean, I was teetering between rivals and not at all. Obviously, I
you
didn't
didn't
there
even
was
know
a,
this button
I didn't
existed?
know there was a third
Yeah,
button.
we don't. Oh,
Don't.
You
You
missed-
never press both at the same time.
he
You
said
don't cross
it.
the streams.
That was the rule. That was the game.
You
I
don't
didn't
cross
say it,
the
he said it.
streams.
No, you said button. You let it slip.
These guys invented a game where when I say button, they press all the buttons. In case you hadn't figured that out yet.
You missed that section.
But I'm with you. I think they haven't been playing enough. We haven't seen Gambit in a long time. And even when we did see Gambit last, he really did start to kind of fall off his throne. He was probably one of the best players in North America, if not
He was the
best.
best in North America at the time.
He was for like a
Widely
good chunk of
considered.
time. It was insane. He fell off for whatever the reason was. Like it just kind of happens, like personal reasons, not able to dedicate the time. Geno Cop again, kind of the same way. Like he came in really strong.
Yeah,
then
Geno
he
Cop
didn't show up in league play.
Had so many great performances, and I mean, just kind of comes out of nowhere, and always seems to be a strong player. But I think this extended break that he took most recently is definitely going to affect him. The same way, Gambit, you kind of have to like regrind yourself all the way back up. Remember all the good that you used to do.
Both of those players, Geno Cop and Gambit, have had their off-the-field issues that have affected their rosters in the past. And I would like to think that those are like situational things that just kind of happened. They weren't like character traits of the people, but you do start to wonder when it starts to become kind of a trend. Like, is it not you? Is it me? Whatever. Hopefully that doesn't happen with them. Hopefully they get to compete, and hopefully they make it through. I would love to see them in the rival series or in the RLCS, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, next roster here, one of the favorite, most hotly contested rosters in North America right now, Fibian eSports, Chicago, Zolhe, and Hato, not Hato, Quinn, Hato. Ready, set, go. Oh man, Quinn.
Really?
Quinn, what you got?
You guys are insane. Those guys are great players.
I'm not saying they're not great players.
I mean, I would probably put them above Equinox and Genesis.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's
Those
my
guys,
thing.
I didn't ask for your thing. I was still
Sure,
speaking.
okay, finish your
Okay,
thing.
say your
Fibian
thing.
has
then.
done such a good job at improving lately, and they're young, and they've been grinding for so long. They were not a part of the RLCS. They were too young. They're only 16 now. So, like, this is their chance, and they're really hungry. You can see the improvement, and they take out top teams. These guys have upsets, and it's, like, consistent as well. You ask any top players, they'll have respect for Chicago, Hato, and Zolhe. I mean, they're great players.
Don't I got respect for the guys. Don't
So
put
then why are
words
you
in my
pressing the
mouth.
blue button?
Okay, here, I'll tell
How
you
is
why.
this
I'll tell you why.
disrespectful?
I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you a story, okay? Before Season 2, there was this team. They were called Momentum. They were awesome. They were winning everything. They were winning every online tournament that anybody was playing, okay? Carper, what happened to them in the qualifiers?
They didn't make it.
They didn't make it. That was crazy. I'm going to tell you another story, okay? So there was this team called Iris before Season 3. They were awesome. They were winning everything. Everybody loved them. And then we got to the qualifiers. What happened, Carpet?
They didn't make it.
My goodness. So I'm not buying the hype this time. I'm not falling for it again. They have to make it into RLCS before I'm going to
So
believe
you're
on
telling
it.
me literally any new team that just has any success at all, just not going
I'm
to
just saying,
qualify?
I'm not going to buy the hype.
They
I'm not going to buy the hype.
No, but look at their consistency over more time. They've been winning tournaments for some time.
Momentum was winning tournaments the entire offseason.
Not the entire offseason.
Yeah,
It was like
dude.
3 weeks.
It was more than 3
Dude,
weeks.
they were the monsters. I was making them wallpapers. I was like, these guys are super cool. I've got time to kill. I'm going to keep on building these guys up hype because I totally bought into the train and I'm not. They broke my heart not having it happen again.
Okay,
By the
you
way,
love-
that team is
I
also
think-
now known as Renegades.
I
so,
think a huge
they're-
part of
they
it
did eventually make it.
is just going to be experience with the pressure. When you are in a final elimination bracket and you have to qualify in and you can't make any mistakes, that's why I don't think.
2 of the 3 of those players just qualified in the 2v2 Universal
They
Open.
did.
Yeah.
In a LAN environment, their first time ever there.
Twos is so much different than threes.
Yeah,
was
it's
good.
it's more difficult. There's more individual pressure on the players, and if they could qualify and LAN their first ever, I think they can do it online.
Which in that happened this past weekend, it was fantastic. Go back and watch it if you want, and I agree with you. We actually brought
You
this up on the
agree with me,
broadcast.
huh?
I brought
I think you
no.
need to switch what
no,
color you're pressing.
I agree with you that it was a good performance. I think that if anything, they have the best chance of
We
the
saw
3
them-
rosters. Let me finish. Of the 3 rosters we've been talking about, they have the best chance to make it into RLCS. But on
breaths.
principle, I am not changing my answer. They have to do it before I'm going to
On
believe in them.
principle, okay.
Fabian, do it for us because I'd
I
love to see
think
it
I
there.
think it's super unfair to take a performance in a twos team and then just translate that immediately to threes in a high pressure environment.
we
I
can
think
talk.
it's super unfair.
We'll talk about this later. We got to move on.
You
Got to move
can't.
on here.
Still a great
Quinn.
achievement.
Yeah.
Okay, well, move on.
Got to move on.
I don't even think you believe yourself.
I do believe myself. I don't know.
I believe.
I believe myself. I don't know. What a way to convince people I believe in myself. Final roster for NA. We're going to talk about Strobe, Epic Johnny, Lichinio, the world champion, and Justin. 1, 2, 3, go.
Let me borrow that green button over here.
RLRS. Okay, I was borderline putting these guys on the green button as well, but just because of the fact that I'm not sure who else would make it, I'm putting them in here. Justin, I've heard fantastic things about. I think I have not actually really seen Justin play much, but I've heard that he's a fantastic player, and Lichinio is a name there. But I'm gonna be honest, at DreamHack and in the Universal Open, I've been disappointed in Lichinio's play.
He just hasn't been able to put the time in. I think he's been sidetracked with other things in life. He's been doing a lot of soccer, a lot of school, and whatever it is for him. And I think it's just, especially right now, like how just volatile the Rocket League scene is, you have to be able to put in the time, or you're just going to fall down. Like it's not.
And yeah, we saw it with Prem, with Gambit, who was considered, like we said earlier,
Yeah.
the #1 player in North America.
And that was 2 seasons ago he fell down just
Right,
from not
not
being
even
able to
like
play as much.
a full year kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. I think that just Lichinio, like you mentioned, he took a break, right? So he's not immune, just like the rest of the players. And I think one of the things that, especially with Lichinio, you look at how he used to play, very aggressive, and he had like great control, and he loved to dribble. You could tell he would always go for these dribbling opportunities. You just don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a part of his game that like he's kind of, he hasn't woken back up with the rest of him yet. So I think
sure.
until he's able to kind of get back to ways of old, I mean,
Yep.
gonna be
And
struggling.
this roster formed like moments before the roster lock as well. Like this is a last-minute roster, dudes just trying to make it through. Got some big names there, but we'll see if they can make it. We all think they're gonna make it into the rival series. What do you guys think? Let us know in chat between all of those. Sure, have fun figuring out which team you guys are all talking about as you all spam rival and RLCS right now. But it's been fun. Did it here for NA. We're gonna do it in EU again. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.